What up? What? You fucked up the intro. What's going on, New Gaming Order? I'm back like the Juggernaut, bitch. Hitting you with the head crush. I got Brother Noop here from Thrasher Gaming. Yeah, I'm still in thunder.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Do not try to plug my show like that. Oh.
What? Unbelievable, yo.
Terrible.
And you know what? New Gaming Order, if you guys saw Monday Night Raw yesterday, what happened with Enzo and Cass, I had to do that with the staff. What?
Wow.
New Gaming Order, we're gonna get this intro started. We are the New Gaming Order, brought to you by fullscreen.net. They are partners. Check him out.
Check them out. I ain't never been on their website.
I have. Shut up. Let's openly react. Courtesy of michaelhurdle.com. Check him out for your graphic design needs as we get this podcast started. So, back to the intermission screen. Gonna get the little background music running. You know, we don't have to...
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm recording.
Oh, what the heck? Unbelievable. Yo, I'm all effed up today. But let's get started. New Gaming Order. We're doing like a 2-topic podcast, but really a bridge. We're gonna do it like super short because I'm not putting my business out there, but I'm having some personal problems that I think might have manifested into something larger. So I have to, get this into the oven, get it cooked, and serve it. But quick intro, smart brother, Mr. Thrasher Gaming. How you been? What you doing? What you playing?
I'm playing Rise, Son of Rome right this second, getting frustrated.
Who told you to play the game?
I haven't beat it on the hardest difficulty yet, so I was like, let me go ahead and run this back.
Like Michael Jackson beat it? Or in the bathroom in the shower beat it? What?/Alright. New Gaming Order.
Take me out. Hold on.
Unbelievable. Oh, for those of you, today is 6/20/2017. Transformers: The Last Night early viewing is out tonight. If you guys want to go check it out, if you're in the New Jersey area, you can go to Aviation Plaza there in Linden. They have the IMAX screen, and where I saw Furious 8, Fate of the Furious, good stuff. So, but in any case, first topic, we have some. I don't know if it's. How can I put this? The Xbox One Scorpio or Xbox One X, or I mean, actually there may be a third topic on it, but matter of fact, let me address that elephant in the room first. Shout out to Stone Fox Media. I was watching one of his shows earlier today, and he made a good point where the Xbox One X, as clever as that name is, it doesn't really stand out. Like, how can I say? Let's say you're gonna pitch an Xbox to somebody, right? You're gonna be like, oh, you know what? We want you to buy the Xbox One X. Okay, but if you say you're gonna buy the Xbox Scorpio, it has that more, that thud to it. You know what I mean? I don't know what.
Good.
But I mean, Noob, what do you think about that? Like, because a lot of people are complaining about the name of the Xbox One X, and they
left it as Scorpio.
Microsoft, listen to us, heed the Juggernaut and Buttmaster Gaming. All right, we're gonna hit you with the head crush shit. Like, I'm telling you, because if somebody goes to a store, right, they're gonna be like, there's the Xbox One S, the Xbox One X. What's the difference? Like, the names are so close that it doesn't really distinguish that it's something different. Like when you look at like the graphics cards, like the GTX cards, the AverMedia, all that. Like, if you look and you see like I'm trying to think. If you go to PC Warehouse, or what was that place? I'm trying to remember the name. But in any case, you see the graphics cards, you see like a dragon on there and all that, something like, whoa, like. But a Scorpio, if they had like something about the name Scorpio just resonated with people. It said something, pretty cool. You know, but this is clickbait. Shut up. But this is the same with the Nvidia cards. Yeah, true. But I'm saying that Scorpio, like, if they just had like a Scorpion with a bunch of Xbox controllers to kind of make it like a Transformer or something, like, man, the Scorpio will sting you or something, like a catchphrase. The Xbox One X is just too streamlined. It was just Project Scorpio, I know, but like they should have just left that name intact, or they can call it the Xbox One X Scorpio or something. Like, I don't know. What do you think, Noop? Hello?
That's what they should have left. Yeah, they should have left the name alone. When I heard it, I was like, really? That's what y'all decided to go with? Yeah,
when you just look at the acronyms and everything, but yeah, we know it's another console in a line of consoles and everything, but I don't know. I just think that they could have done the marketing and the packaging. Like, if you had like some scorpion like walking through the mist of fire or something, or a fire-breathing scorpion, I think that would have been really cool. And to boot, that would have been kind of cool to coincide with Mortal Kombat or something. You know, that could have been a better marketing campaign as opposed to just Xbox One X. I mean, where I work, like, I'm doing graphic design, IT, and you know, media and promotion. I think that I would have had more fun doing a lot more stuff with the Scorpio as a label as opposed to just the X. You know, but that's just my thing. But moving on to the main topics, the Xbox One X is it's under fire, where it's some of the games like Anthem and Assassin's Creed Origins not being true 4K and running checkerboarding. Now, despite the power that the system has, you know, we already know that the PlayStation 4 Pro, it uses the checkerboard rendering, but with the way Phil Spencer was touting that the Xbox One X is the most powerful system on the market, that may be true, but you know, they are falling into the same pitfalls that when Kenta was out, when the PlayStation 3 was supposed to come out, talking about 2 HDMI ports is so powerful, it can do dual displays, and obviously that didn't happen, you know. But I guess that they're trying to, I don't know if they're misleading people, or is this like, yeah, 4K, and he said native 4K, but these first wave of games, Anthem looking beautiful, Assassin's Creed Origins still looking razor sharp, but it's
you mother.
But yeah, this checkerboarding, it's like, Microsoft, I love you guys, but don't start throwing rocks out of a glass house. You know what I mean?
They're not.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
It's not a thought. Here's the thing that people miss. When something goes wrong with a game, people look directly at the console maker. You gotta remember, these games that aren't running 4K are not Microsoft games. Like Forza is running 60 frames 4K.
Okay.
So it's an in-house game. Obviously, it's just like the earlier generation console. The developers are not gonna know how to fully tap into the console as soon as it comes out. Like they have to take time to learn how to develop on it. Now, I mean, the whole graphics thing is stupid to me anyway, but I didn't really expect it to be able to run 4K like that. One, because a lot of PCs can't even do it. And two,
yeah, it's like 1200. Yeah, it's like 1200 to at least get a good entry, you know, 4K system. You know what I mean? Talking like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. You know what I mean? But
they, you know, I mean, they didn't say every game will run natively at 4K.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Noop. Some of the fanboys are saying, "Hey, look at that! You're using checkerboarding." Phil Spencer did say we are giving the developers the tools to do what they want with their games. You know,
there's a big debate going on that I'm not going to bring up until we get to the next topic, but.
Oh, okay. But you know, I want to shout out to those who are participating in the chat. EMP, Dick Wizard, And
wow.
no, that's his name.
What is his name?
EMP Dick Wizard.
Why would you repeat?
That's his name. That's his name. We got Essia in here, giving you guys a shout out, guys. You know, but I'm just saying, like, if the developers don't want to give the enhancements to the system or to their games, like for instance, the Destiny debate, you know.
Yep.
The whole thing with that is like, there's no reason if the Xbox One X can do it, it should do it. You know what I mean? I don't know if folks would want to pay extra for the X enhancements, but I noticed that they're saying certain games like in E3 they were like Xbox One X enhanced or something. You know, if they want to take advantage of it, it's to them. But to the fanboys, it's not that the system can't do it. Noop actually kind of rung my bell and reminded me it's the developers. So if Bungie doesn't want to do 4K 60 for Destiny or want to have system parity or something, I don't know. But folks are trying to say that, and you know, Xbox don't do that. They're trying to say that, oh yeah, this PlayStation 4 Pro is holding back the Scorpio. I don't know if there's.
I think so.
Expand on that. Like, what do you think? Nope.
And this is gonna piss a lot of people off, guys. And those of you who know,
he said, "Say my name."
Those of you, those of you who know and been loyal to the show, I always have to remind you guys, this is a business. This is a business. So you have to think about it like this. Obviously, as peaceful as Microsoft tries to be, it's a competition. So if I look at the lay of the land, I have a business relationship with Sony, a business relationship with Microsoft. Both of them have their base consoles, and then they both, for the sake of conversation, both have an enhanced console.
Yeah.
Now, if me as a developer, even though one company has a more advanced console, if I make the same game, but I make one of them run better and look better, then how do you think that's going to affect my business relationship with the other company?
You know what? Somebody said that.
I can. It's like I can say to Sony or Microsoft, vice versa, whatever. Hey, you know, their system is more powerful than y'all's. It's a direct competitor. I can make my product better on their console. I'll still make it for you, but I'm going to make it better for them. How do you think they're going to feel about that? They're going to be salty. Also, it's going to cut. And also, unfortunately, because Microsoft is behind, it would behoove developers to stay on Sony's good side because they have a better chance of selling more units on the more popular consoles. Yeah,
with the larger install base. With the larger install base.
Or I mean, or the flip side, maybe Microsoft is blowing smoke. They could be. You know, I don't know. I mean, I saw them break down the Scorpio and take it apart, which was lovely. But that's been the topic of conversation, and I, you know, I believe it because, but I'm not gonna go too early. But go ahead.
No, go ahead. I mean, because
I'm just pissed off because the fanboyism this generation is ridiculous. Number one, number two, I will say it. The PS4 Pro was a flop, dog. Like, it came and went. It was supposed to be the reason I got a PS4, and when it came out and I saw what developers had to say and reviewers had to say, I mean, some reviewers were even like, get a PS4, don't get a Pro, it's not even worth it. And I'm like, wow, really? So now they don't even push the agenda for it no more. It's kind of trying to sweep it under the rug like the Virtual Boy. Like, it wasn't even, they featured VR over their PS4 Pro. You didn't see anything enhanced or anybody trying to push the limit. And then now, because Scorpio is out, which I'm going to continue to call it, everyone wants to say, oh, it can't do this, it can't do that. Wait a minute, fanboy, you have a Pro system too. Let's talk about your system.
Yeah. And now, you know what? Replying to one of the comments, the PS3 was indeed more powerful than the Xbox 360, but the 360 was easier to develop for. And even with all that horsepower in the PlayStation 3, the way it was designed, it had a choke point. Think like a tunnel for data to go through. And with that architecture, the cell processor, it just was not. It's like you can lift all these weights, but you can't run. Or, you know, you got like a really fast car, but like, you know, it bottom out on certain terrain. Like, it had all this potential energy, but didn't have the avenues to use it adequately. So with the 360 using the RISC programming or the RISC way of processing, it was easier. Like Bayonetta is a big example of that. You know, how is it that the PlayStation 3 had the shittier port? Now they're trying to say, oh well, it's different developers. No. If I have a motorcycle and I got a 1000cc bike, you know what I mean, and then you got somebody on a 600, if I'm not riding the bike a certain way, the 600 is still gonna beat me. You know what I mean? It's up to the person at the helm to take care of business. Do you agree with me, Noop?
Yeah.
Okay. So
and to put the pressure back on Microsoft, y'all need to push for the developers to make the game to the best of its ability on your console.
Yeah, they gotta be like Devo.
You can't force them to do that. You can't force them to do that because they got business relationships. But you know, we at the end of the day, we suffer as gamers. You know.
Mhm.
Like I want the games to run at 4K 60 frames. That'd be great. But I mean, you know my core values. I want great playing games. That's it.
All right.
Pretty it is.
So EMP Dick Wizard is out here like, let's be real. If you wanna max out a graphics experience, you're gonna go use PC. We already know this.
True.
The consoles are what NYC Playboy calls poverty boxes. We know this. I have a PC. I have a PC with a 980 GTX hybrid water cooled system, i7 and RAM up the wazoo, running Street Fighter 5 and Doom at max settings. I get it, you know, but these are consoles. These are consoles. These are folks that just want the set-top box to get in there and do their thing, you know. But
yep.
Yeah, looking at the comments, it's about the helmet. You know what? Not the bike. Wait a minute. You know what? On my on my motorcycle channel, when I start doing podcasts on there, I want you on there because my Predator helmet, I'm still hitting like 150, 160. Oh, actually, I can't say that because you know what? Moving on. Bayonetta was on the Wii U. What? Bayonetta 1 or 2? What? Yeah, I'm talking about the first Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2 was on the Wii U.
Isn't Bayonetta backwards compatible now?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And that's another thing. We'll be able to play original Xbox games, and I have a couple actually.
But here's the thing. I think that for the intended, I think Phil Spencer said if you have the disc, it'll work, and then you could download them, right?
Yeah, and I have the disc.
What I want to play. Some of my discs, I don't think I have anymore.
I got Jet Set Radio Future, and I was holding it, and I'm glad I did.
Wow, you know what? I didn't think about that. Damn it! You know, some of my stuff done got like effed up, but it's all good. And the music stopped for some unknown reason, so bear with us. But
do I have Jade Empire? Hold on.
But like, I'm just saying, if with what they're saying, like, if some of the games are not running native 4K. It's not that the system can't do it. Developers, it's all on you guys.
Yeah.
It's all on you guys. You know?
It's like backwards compatibility is on the developers.
Yes.
You know, I understand the developer's plight. It's like, I got to make money. So I got to protect my business relationships. You know, Sony would be pissed if the Scorpio got the same games they got, but they ran better. They would be pissed. Just like I would be pissed. I'd be like, that's not fair. You know what I mean?
But Sony was getting those backdoor deals, like not the backdoor, but they were getting the deals where, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they're getting all these exclusives, they're getting this and that. This is Microsoft's chance to put the money out and make the games look better on that system. You know what I mean? Like, stop being punks. You know what I mean? Now you got the Bugatti Veyron out there, and they're running like a Lamborghini. Yeah, it's fast, but show how fast your shit is. Let's go, Microsoft. Make it happen. You know what I mean? This is just me being excited for that system because my Xbox One S is going to my brother-in-law. And I'm still going to call it the Scorpio. F that. Microsoft, get that crap together. But moving on to what? We're still on this exclusive stuff. Look, Out of the 42 games, 21 or is it 22 new are
yeah, about half.
Yeah, half of them were exclusives, console exclusives. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, going forward, Sony.
No, I think it was console Windows 10 exclusive.
Yes, but you do know that Microsoft, the Xbox is a brand now. It's not really just synonymous with a console. I don't particularly.
Wait, let me correct something we just said. We have to look at it again because some of them are timed exclusives.
Oh yeah, they said that.
They have to go look at it.
No, they said. Remember when we did the E3 live stream? They said Xbox exclusives. There were 22 of them. 22. That's not bad, considering that they didn't have a lot beforehand.
Well, how many of those were timed exclusive?
What? No, I'm talking about.
We'll have to go back.
No. I know Xbox exclusives. The other ones, timed exclusives, like they get it first and then whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So
I forgot what they called. They had a term for it, but.
Yeah, but we know this. So you know. But as far as that, Sony, you know why? If a platform has a larger install base, what you're gonna end up doing is say, hey, we're gonna get guaranteed money if we develop there. So yeah, that's why they got more. It was a guarantee, you know. So we don't know how well the Scorpio is gonna do. Will it succeed? I don't know. The $500 price point. They're gonna have to really. Well, you know that's how much the original when the Xbox first came out with the Kinect and everything. That was the same price. The same price.
And Phil already spoke. You know what I mean? Phil spoke about it. Was it Phil Spencer?
Yes.
Who was that interview? I was posting it everywhere. He was talking about the consoles, and he was saying, one, he believes the Xbox One S will outsell the X because the X is just designed for people who want the most premium experience to take full advantage of what, you know what I mean, the Xbox can do. He said it's not a console designed for you to trade in or sell your Xbox One S. If you have an original Xbox, great, keep that. If you have an Xbox One S, great, keep that. If you want to upgrade, do that too. But he was like, what's most important, which is the truth, we want people engaged in the Xbox community playing the games. We don't care what console is on. As long as you have an Xbox and you're playing it, we're happy. Because they're taking a loss on the Xbox One X anyway. But, I mean, with this generation of graphics and fads and people wanting to have the latest, I think it'll do well. But I think it'll do better than the PS4 Pro. I'll tell you that right now.
Now, you know where Microsoft succeeded, where Sony failed? Sony should have had the PlayStation 4 Pro front and center, like you said. This E3, they were putting the Xbox One X in your face. They're like, this is our shit. You know what I mean? And Review Tech, Angry Joe, Alpha Mega Center, those other guys, a lot of them, I'm pretty sure, will back me up in saying that. I wouldn't say the Pro was underwhelming, but how come there's no buzz about it anymore? You know what I mean?
Because it was underwhelming. Bro, go back and read some of the reviews. Like, I was reading some of the reviews, and they were like, why did y'all even do this? Like, what's...
Wait. Actually, I have to recant that. That was Stone Fox. Thanks for correcting me. I was just going off on a tangent in the chat. But...
in my game, bro.
Yeah, you gotta look at, like, how come the PlayStation 4 Pro is not really, like, PlayStation 4 Pro, like...
Nothing.
You don't hear much about it. You know what I mean? I think that Sony is good though. I honestly don't think they needed to make the Pro because they didn't. Like, you know, I think that, remember.
Well, you know what? No.
It was for the VR, for the VR, right?
And they were trying to compete with the One S coming out, the 4K upscaling and HDR and Blu-ray. I mean, what was the other thing it couldn't do? Couldn't play 4K Blu-rays or something like that.
Ultra HD. Before
it was
the Ultra HD Blu-ray stuff.
And Microsoft even said the PS4 Pro is a competitor for the Xbox One S. I was like, wow, that's a slap in the face.
Well, you know what? I said on one of my solo shows, I get what he's saying, but then again, it's not that far off. I get it's almost 40% more powerful than the Pro at max, right? So we just have to wait and see. I think Phil was just finally able to be in a position to throw rocks at Sony, because Sony will throw shade on the low. But Sony's done a lot of things right. They just kept the formula simple. Microsoft tried to venture and be too ambitious, and it bit them in the ass.
Their first party games flopped too. Like that was their whole push was, you know, connect and the internet, the rollout. It was bad. You got to be connected to the internet. Bad. Then it became, we're not gonna put money into all this third party stuff. We're gonna develop first party. Now that had me excited, because when the original Xbox came out, they had great franchises. I was expecting to see a lot more of those come out. But no, they were like, they tried to create brand new stuff like from scratch that flopped. Like Quantum Break wasn't that good.
Yeah, but Quantum Break actually was supposed to be Alan Wake, the sequel. But Microsoft new IPs. And you know what's funny? You know how people are giving Microsoft shit for showing Gears of War, Halo, and so on and so forth. Now they got shit for not showing it. Like, really? What I don't know what it is. Is it media bias or what? Like, Microsoft, I see why Remedy got pissed at them and why, you know, freaking Quantum Break didn't really sell, because they were like, hey, you know what? Microsoft does get controlling with some of the in-house developers. Like, hey, we want you to make this, we want you to make that. They did it to Bungie, they did it to Remedy, and now look what they're doing, third-party shit. You know what I mean? Microsoft has to be a little more flexible, but they have to understand Microsoft was trying a new IP, but forcing, you gotta let the developers do their thing. You know, happy developers will do good things. That's why Kojima went to Sony. Sony lets the developers do what they want. You know what I mean? And if they're happy, they're gonna do more for you. You know. So, want to know why they call it Microsoft? Because they can't call it Micro Hard. You get that, dude?
That was dumb. That was
Microsoft. I like it. All right, so
You're a buffoon.
That was funny. I have to admit, that was good stuff.
That was actually kind of.
You know what? No comment. All right, so the show was supposed to be short, but since it's becoming interactive, Sony looking forward to selling lots of PS4 Pros this Christmas. Says, well, unestimated demand. Hold on. And we got a freaking commercial. All right, hold on. So let me look at this, because in the XSplit it's kind of scrunched, but you know what? Honestly, the PlayStation Slim, if they kind of wane off production of this, they can, you know, actually have that PlayStation Pro like and a good marketing campaign starting in like October, late October. Oh, what do you mean it's not?
The Slim was what, $250 now?
Yeah.
For how long? I think it was just through E3.
Watch, that's gonna get a price drop.
The other thing that
it's gonna get a price drop.
Really pissed me off though. Here's what really pissed me off. Sony acting like their E3 press conference, them holding back, was intentional. Well, I hate that. Was like, that is the biggest cop out and crap I've ever heard. You're gonna take one of the biggest stages in gaming for the year, and you're gonna underperform on purpose? No, that's bull.
Oh, it's like somebody playing in Street Fighter. I wasn't playing at my max, so I was taking it easy or something, right. And then they got blown up.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna go into the championship fight with one hand behind your back, and they know anything. You know, yes, you should be comfortable with your install base, but you got to think about longevity. Like, you know what I mean? Not too long ago, PS2 was on top, and Microsoft came and took it all away. You know what I mean? And then one console generation later, Sony is back. So who's to say that this can't happen again? So
yeah. So was that PS will do what they want because they have PSX later this year?
Yeah,
okay.
But okay, yeah, and that again, that's the cop out. That's the exact cop out I'm talking about. Oh, we have another event. So does Microsoft, but they didn't hold back.
Wait.
So why would you?
Hold on. Is this Street Fighter beef? Like, taking it easy. You can't beat my geef. Oh, okay. Friday Night Fights. Calling you out. We're gonna do this. All right. Matter of fact, probably won't even wait till Friday Night Fights. Probably do it like on Wednesday or something. Unbelievable.
The game keeps.
Wait, PSX is the big show. What? Oh yeah. Well, they do have the PlayStation Experience. So
that ain't the big show. Okay, here's my thing. From what you saw at E3, what do you expect to see that you didn't see at E3 at PSX? Answer that question.
Oh.
What else do they have that'll make you jump out of your chair?
Well, you know what? Honestly, the one thing I would say, Sony has some really good stuff, but that's like 2018-ish stuff. You know, we got.
That's the next point I was gonna get to. Sony has nothing coming this year. Microsoft is known. They drop the heavy hitters in
November.
And great stuff throughout the fall. Throughout the fall and winter, yeah, every year. Like last year, oh my God, last year they killed it.
Yeah, now he's mentioning Kojima's game, Dead Stranding. Got it. You know, that's gonna be freaking. It's gonna be nice, and you know, Dragon Ball Fighters.
I don't even know what it's about.
Well, yeah, it's Norman Reedus is in it.
Naked white guy with dead animals.
Like, yeah, and he was like holding.
The mystery is there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's not like a God of War type of excitement. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I just want to know what it is. But that's one game. What else?
No, Noob. He said what heavy hitters?
Huh?
Asia was saying what heavy hitters. Watching them in the chat. From Microsoft, heavy that hitters. Is. What heavy hitters?
Sea of Thieves is going to be a huge game.
It looks fun, but it's
side scroller.
Yeah.
So it's a side scroller. Cuphead is going to be very big. Crackdown 3 is going to be very big. I don't think I'm gonna be a huge fan of the Crackdown, but people love open world games. Look at Grand Theft Auto.
The game is kind of alright though. Like I played the Crackdown 2, and I would say I don't know, something about just the way that they're presenting the games. I played the other stuff. It was cool, but like this new Crackdown looks like it's gonna be hot, but. I don't know. I think that it was smart to put.
Destruction's only a multiplayer mode too.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some.
Bro, Microsoft has heavy hitters. Forza is a heavy hitter. It's the best racing game of all time. Like, come on.
Yeah, and that's a lot saying that it took the keys from Gran Turismo like that, because Gran Turismo was my game.
Gran Turismo was the staple.
Yeah, but no. Here's the thing. Understand, we get. Some of the stuff is coming to PC. Like we're like as far as consoles is concerned, it's like console to console. You know what I mean? Because truth be known, there's gonna be some stuff that Sony is putting on PC as well. You know, like the PC is a neutral space. It's the gray area. You know?
It's not. It's not. Here's why it's not. People piss. This is why people piss me off. They don't do their research. Microsoft said either 1 or 2 E3s ago that they want to do that because they want to. They're trying to build. They're taking like an Apple approach to it. They want to have an ecosystem of devices and let you play across all your devices. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have, like. I think it's a benefit that if it comes out on Windows and on Xbox, that I can buy one digital version and I can
own it on both.
Because a lot of people have gaming PCs. Gaming PCs, if you've been watching, dude, they're popping up in stores. They're like consoles now. They're popping up in stores. They're getting more and more competitively priced. And Microsoft already said that that's the direction that they're going in. And people keep forgetting the money is still coming home. Oh, it's coming out on PC. Thanks. It's like Microsoft has 2 consoles out basically.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I mean, and then again, it's a developer thing. If the developer wants to make it on PC, what's Microsoft gonna say? No.
Okay, hold up. Sony is coming out with PC games, like straight PC games. Put a link in the chat so I can see this.
Oh, I want to see that. That'd be hot. I could play God of War because I right now I don't have a reason to buy a PS4. I think there's maybe 6 games I want to play on PS4, but I don't think that justifies a $250 purchase.
Well, okay. I'm waiting for that link so I can put it in the into the chat.
Do you think Sony should? Yo, they do that. The fanboys have nothing else to talk about because that's their last thing. Is like,
because remember the narrative was, oh, the PlayStation Pro is more powerful, or the original PlayStation more powerful than the base Xbox. Now that's not the case. Oh, exclusives. It's like the argument always changes. It's like, okay, give it time. This console generation is odd because the technology was behind the technological cusp of the 4K revolution, you know. So yeah, they had to, you know, keep up with everything because it would have looked really dated. And then the PC, the gap with the PC would have been even bigger than it already is, you know.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I thought I read. My bad. You know, I thought you said no. There's some games that, you know, from different developers. Oh, hello, Noop, you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something's going on with my PC. It's a little hot in here.
And the game keeps glitching, and this guy keeps stabbing me in the throat, killing me.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean,
he's saying that tech wasn't behind. Developers were lazy. How do you figure?
Could be.
I just want to make sure that you know, because Microsoft and Sony, I don't think that they knew that 4K was going to take off the way that it did. I think that they just were they were ill prepared for that, and now I guess they're trying to future-proof everything, you know, going forward.
They can't.
You know?
They can't because, well, number one, I think honestly, and this is the God's honest truth, I think the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X should have been. Those are the consoles that they meant to release in the first place.
Yeah.
That's what I really think.
Yeah.
Those are the ones they meant to release.
You know why they made them now? Because it's cheaper to make them. Imagine like 3 or 4 years ago with what the Xbox One X is now, how much that would have cost. $599 US, $599 US. Ridge Racer. That's it would have been one of those moments. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying. All right, let me look at some of the stuff. Every game that's exclusive to Xbox is only from Microsoft. Alright, developers are lazy. Look at Destiny and their team, lazy as hell with the game design. I agree with. That I agree with.
Yo,
because
Destiny could have been so much more.
Well, Destiny 2... Well, actually, Destiny, the first Destiny had development issues because of all that was happening behind the scenes. Destiny 2, though, I'm just thinking that should be 4K 60. I think that
Destiny
they really...
2 is not going to be 60 frames. Destiny 2 should definitely get a graphical upgrade because they look like 360 games. Yes.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, the PlayStation 4 Pro is going to have that 4K treatment, and the Xbox One X, I don't think is. That's just, you know, the prevailing rumor. I saw it on another segment or another show, but I'm going to have to do research for myself. Just take it with a grain of salt. So, well, if you're a double dipper paying new, you're still paying more than what it would be. Okay. That's true. I will have an Xbox One X. Okay. And I think it's going to collect dust. You know, why would you get the Xbox One X if it's going to collect dust? You know
exactly.
What I mean? Hey, you're giving Microsoft money.
I was tempted to get a PS4, but I didn't because I thought about it. I was like, what do I really want to play? And I saw a couple games, but I'm like, most of the stuff I play is multiplayer. And for me, what really sold me on Microsoft, I like Xbox Live stability, really what sold me, and I like the ecosystem. I like the way it operates. That's what really keeps me.
Okay.
Because most of the stuff, like, that's what people crack me up when they say, oh, exclusives. Most people are playing cross-platform games. That's what you play a majority of the time. The biggest multiplayer games are cross-platform games. Like
Call of Duty. But, you know, I'm glad you say that. We're going to actually shift to our final topic of the night. I'm actually dabbling. Yeah, I'm dabbling with using the old format, like doing a bunch of topics, and I'll split them up. But, okay, you Sony guys, explain to me this. Nintendo and Microsoft at E3 displayed cross-platform play. Alright? For Minecraft, it's not like a demanding or intensive game, but the game has a huge following. Okay?
Yeah.
You can log in.
Following.
You can log in, and Xbox guys can play with PC guys, can play with the Nintendo Switch guys. What's up with Sony and crossplay? What's going on with that? That is some BS right there. That is anti-gamer. And I heard that they were defending their decision because they don't want to, mess with their investors. That's fucking bullshit. Because I look at it like this: the digital boundary is like the Great Wall in Germany. Tear that wall down. I don't care what system you play on. Hey, I prefer Xbox. I have a PlayStation 4. But I would love to see that day when one day I'm waiting for I'm going to call it the digital apocalypse of first person shooting. When one day Call of Duty will be cross console play across all platforms. I have a dream. We're all going to be able to kick each other's behind no matter if I'm playing. But here's the thing. We're close. Sony is the only holdout right now.
They don't
you know what I mean?
You want to know why?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you mother effer.
Matter of fact, for you guys, I'm putting that in the chat for you guys to read. But for some reason, like, they'll do crossplay to PC, but they won't do it to rival consoles. Now, here's the thing. There was a theory in my head where it's like, okay, some of my friends converted to PlayStation 4 because of Street Fighter 5, right? I stood my course. I got Street Fighter 5 on PC. I like my Xbox ecosystem. It's not that I hate PlayStation 4, but it's just the PSN is not for me. I paid for it for a while. It just wasn't for me. All right. No shame or blame in that. I tried it. Okay. So now you're looking at all my friends are starting to convert over there. And let's say cross-platform play became a thing. It would be no reason for me to be tempted to buy a PS4. Okay? So, I think that's what it is. If it's like all your friends are coming over here, it's like they're trying to brute force you and like, come over here and buy a PS4. Like, no, counter. Juggernaut, bitch. Alright? So, noobed.
And also, you got to be careful too, because once you go cross-platform, and you start getting online, people will see how strong your network and your system is. And they notice that one particular brand tends to do better and rank better, they'll start converting.
Well, this is true. But I'm just saying, man, that's anti-gamer. And I think, honestly, it's because they're in the lead. And Microsoft got humbled because I think there was something in the past where Microsoft didn't want to do cross-platform. They were trying to push the Gaming for Windows Live initiative. And then that failed. It's like, oh, damn, our thing didn't work. And Gaming for Windows Live wasn't cross-compatible with all Xbox 360 games. You only had Lost Planet and a couple others. Okay? I had to buy Street Fighter 4 twice. I was like, why am I getting achievements on the same network? Like, it's stupid. So I'm glad that Microsoft did the UDP, Universal Development Platform. So everything you'll have live, you'll have it on Windows, Gaming for Windows 10, and Xbox. Everything is merged, one ecosystem. And shout out to my cousin Gokin, Mr. Garvin. He said that's what they should have been doing a long time ago. It's kind of too little, too late. But I mean, I'm just saying. Alright, so now I'm looking at some of the chat while I went on my rant. Okay, you'll get it because he's a collector.
I gotta replay this whole level. You son of a Mitch.
I think later this year they'll switch up. Not true, new. All networks are the same. PSN and Xbox Live are at this point the same. No, I disagree with you 1,000%. Xbox Live.
Wait, what he said?
He said Xbox Live and PSN are about the same. 100% disagree. I do no. Xbox has dedicated servers. Now, free play mode, he actually works down in North Carolina where PSN actually piggybacks off of, was it T-Mobile? And their server farms?
Listen.
No. Wrong answer. Nothing personal.
Listen to this game bashing.
What's that?
I'm going to read you. Listen to this game bashing. IGN.
Oh, where's the Mizzle when I need him?
Listen.
He can prove it because we did a podcast on this talking about how we know live is more reliable, more stable, And as of late, once they started going, when the Xbox One launched, they started trying to go a little too far, and they started having fidelity issues. But Xbox Live was always had more fidelity than PlayStation Network. Period. Sorry. I'm playing Cross Tekken on PlayStation. What was that? PS3 and 360. 360 always ran silky smooth. And this is from experience. Maybe because I have files. Maybe I live in a densely populated area. But no, I disagree 100%. No, they're not.
He got passionate, yo.
No, they're not.
They're not the same.
They're not the same.
To this. And it's funny how Microsoft has been throwing around a narrative of anti-gamer. Listen, it says Sony Interactive's global boss, Jim Ryan, has commented on the focal shift away from indie titles at this year's E3. In an interview, Ryan spoke about the ineffective nature of showing small clips from indie games during presentations. He explained that the method doesn't allow viewers to learn enough about the game, and that is almost viewed as a waste of time. Yo,
what?
I disagree with that, because here's my thing, dog. Number one, in Microsoft, they did do that. They showed like a 30-second clip, and they showed like 10 or 15 games. But what I did was I went back, I watched the video, I slowed it down, and I wrote down the names of all those games because some of them look interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. You really don't get you don't learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But that gives an indie developer the fire on the inside. It says, hey, Microsoft might have shown my clip for 8 to 10 seconds, but that means something to me. So when that developer blows up down the road, because that's his, it might be their first, second, third project.
Yeah.
But when they get ready to make a AAA title, who do you think they're gonna remember?
Got it.
You gotta think about that, dog. Because granted, some people would just be like, oh, I want the money. But there are some people like, yo, I remember when I was a little indie, you guys supported us. And those indie titles make money, man.
Yeah. All right.
People play indies.
True. I'm just saying, Rocket League has the cross-platform play. Rocket League has the cross-platform play, but like for Minecraft, they didn't want to do it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the online war of wars, Call of Duty and Battlefield. Those games would benefit so much from that. Like, even when you look at like the new Dragon Ball fighting game from Arc Systems, imagine how much more the developers can pump out more when they know that they're gonna get guaranteed sales from both sides of the house. You know what I mean? And say, hey, we can cram more into games because more people will invest in it. You know what I mean? So more units being pushed out there, I think that's only a good thing. I want to play with the PlayStation guys. I really do.
Pause.
Come on, man. You see, I will not do competitive first-person shooting on the PlayStation. It's just I've always done it on Xbox and PC. But I want to see what it's like because there's a different culture and skill level. When I was playing Call of Duty on the PlayStation, I was just like, man, it's easy to kill these guys. You get some more hardcore on the PC, and Xbox is kind of like in the middle. But a little more hardcore than casual. But, I want to see the different skill levels. And I think that it might help different ecosystems actually, like, have a baseline. Get some people up and up. You know what I'm saying? So, I've noticed this. There was some other videos. All right, hold on. Let's see. PS4 is more hard. All right, look. He said PS4 is more hardcore now as opposed to like maybe I was referring to first-person shooting because that was frowned upon because Microsoft always touted first-person shooting, and then now Sony is like the home for Call of Duty. But I'm just saying, like now that Call of Duty's.
But Call of Duty ain't the standard no more. Battlefield's kicking Call of Duty's butt, yo.
Yeah, truth be told.
Popularity and longevity.
Yeah, truth be told. I'm just saying. Yeah, Call of Duty has always been on PS4. The only switch is they get the download content first. Like Microsoft was getting it first. Now it just switched. It didn't change the thing. It's just that, it's marketing rights and all that stuff is on the PlayStation. He said Battlefield is not an esport. So, yeah, that is the only Switch. Personally, I thought Battlefield had better PS3 players back in the day than on 360. I don't know about that. That's debatable. We might have to do some research with that, because I know Call of Duty Black Ops, there was some killers on the Xbox. Some killers. Man. Yo, Black that brought out. Especially, I'm talking for my brothers in the military. Like, you can't mess with them. And we were playing on 360s. We went over to the PlayStation side. We were murdering people. Straight up, Sergeant P, Sergeant B, all my people in Iraq. We would like wipe the floor with certain squads. I'm just saying. But we're straying too far. Talking about the cross-platform play. We need this, guys. Like, if anything, Sony needs to just. What are they afraid of? They already won this console race. In my eyes, there's nothing to fear.
Yeah, there's no catching up.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear. Just do it. Pull the trigger. You know, all this stuff hiding behind the investors and all that. That's just Sony just feeling themselves, and it's just. Now, some people are gonna take this like, oh yeah, Alex Lexus, you're trying to nail Sony to the cross. Look at other YouTubers. They're gonna say the same thing. The same thing. Like. They're doing this because they're in the lead, and they don't want others to say, "Hey, well, you know what? Why? Let me just stay on PS4." All my friends.
Why isn't Battlefield an esport? How do you get qualified as an esport? I wonder.
I guess the participation, and it's up to developers too to see if they craft the game to be an esports type game. Like the new Dragon Ball, they're trying to get into Evo with that. They're going hardcore with this one. You know, so developers must have that in mind. You know, Halo, it was Halo 5 Guardians built for esports, and you see in the UK. Noob, tell me you've seen some of the commentary and some of the
yeah.
Oh man, they get into it. That with Gears of War 4, like they do their thing. They do their thing with it. You know. What's going on, T-Risk? I wish you can be on, but for some reason, Discord is acting up like a mother. So, I'm going to try and get that fixed. So, Halo ain't shit now.
Yeah.
Gears flopped. You know what?
First of all, they've had so many Gears tournaments.
Yeah, Call of Duty may not be Battlefield. I played with, way too many military guys suck back in. Hey, you're playing with the wrong military people. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I've never been a huge Halo fan myself, but I like the last one. But Halo is undeniable, dog. When that comes out, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. Like it's Call of Duty status. When it comes out, it's gonna sell.
You know why Halo will never outsell Call of Duty? Because it's console exclusive. It's not in the same league. Not in this. But in terms of scale. I think that Halo gets more love, get more like they have to focus on that story, you know. So, just saying that, and you know what, I won't.
Flop. Gears is one of the best looking console games of this generation, and when they
it didn't sell to expectation though. I'm just saying it didn't sell to expectation. That is true. Yeah. But I don't say it flopped or anything. But. Hey, I mean, it's what it is, and the show is running way too long. But this is good stuff, and you know, I'm thinking, guys, I may have to do another show, possibly on Saturday, because there's just so much to talk about, but so little time to do it. But
I'm
you know what?
Curious.
You know what, Biff? I want you on the next show. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm getting off.
Yeah, because I don't want to mess up his name. But, you know what? Yeah, so Biff, I want you on the show, brother. I want you on the show. And healthy debates. My thing is, this resurgence for New Gaming Order, you know, I want to thank everybody that actually supported us in the time of Renaissance. So we were going through a lot of changes, a lot of, you know, pitfalls, but we came back a lot stronger. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I hold on to a promise that me and my former partner had, that we want to get you on the show. If you want to debate us or do like a flame war out of fun, we can do this in the ring on the New Game Order podcast show. I'm just saying. And you know, I'm no crap gamer. He's just a blind. He's a whole other level. The guy knows his stuff, but he sometimes gets too fanboyish. And me as a Microsoft supporter, I even sometimes frown on that. I'm like, dude, chill out. You're going a little too OD. Like, don't be an Xbot type thing. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you got to give credit where credit is due. Sony puts out amazing exclusive, and they're killing it.
All right, Mr. Dre.
They truly are.
All right, no problem, no problem. Oh man, hey, I have a Haitian accent, so I fuck up things. English is not my first language, so if I start trying to say stuff I don't know, I sound like a Caribbean guy trying to say something off the boat type stuff. So hey, I can make fun of myself. All right, I'm just saying. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody. You know, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Newgamingorder.com for the latest and greatest. The site is under construction. The last piece of update I was able to put was Near Automata footage that On Your Knees, who will be returning to the show, had for us. So just bear with us in that time of change. Alright? But, yeah, for those of you who are in the chat, this was a very active chat. And I think Tuesday nights is that sweet spot. You know, I hate to go against SmackDown live and everything, but I'll just catch the recap. But in conclusions, Noob, anything you have to close, and any plugs to Buttmaster Gaming?
Shut up! It's Thrasher Gaming.
Yo, you gave me hiccups, yo. I was laughing too hard. Unbelievable. But yeah, but go ahead, brother. What you got for us? No.
I'm trying to play this. Oh. Check out Thrasher Gaming on YouTube and Facebook. Holler.
Holler. Sound like Medea. What the heck? Alright, so like I said, we hit y'all with the head crush. We went old school, doing like a multi-topic show. I'm going to actually put time links in the description so you can skip through some of the video, being that it's a little long. Alright, so, again, don't make me hit you with the head crush or pimp smack your ass, because I'm the New Jersey Juggernaut. Alex Lexus, Noop. We'll see y'all next week, same time. Peace.
Bye.